Las Vegas, the city of neon, the city where anything is possible. But this is looking back at us.
Reality just got an upgrade, and it's happening right here. Let's go back to the beginning and find the truth. 2008, before the lights and global fame, there was just endless desert dust.
The first lines in the sand are finally drawn. Every single inch matters for a build this big. A perfect sphere with no pillars and no supports. This is just pure, beautiful math coming to life. The heavy hitters are here. Time to break ground and rewrite the history of this entire desert.
Step one, we have to go down deep before we can ever go up.
We hit the hard stuff. The desert doesn't want to move, and it's fighting back against every machine we have. Persistence is key. We chip away slowly until the desert rock finally gives in to us. 110,000 cubic yards of earth removed. That's a massive amount of desert to move just for a foundation.
This is the base of our future. Drilling for stability.
Drilling for stability. We need deep roots to anchor this giant to the earth. The skeleton starts deep in the ground. It's a massive combination of heavy steel and human sweat. 600 piles in total. We are anchoring this massive giant to the very crust of the planet. Pressure, force, building the feet of a giant with every single pour. This is the floor of the basement. The heaviest and most massive concrete slab in all of Las Vegas.
The foundation is finally set, and now the rest of the world starts to watch us. Level 0. This is the deep underground heart that will keep the entire sphere beating. Power, water, data, everything is finally coming together. You can't lift a world without a solid place to stand. This foundation must be absolutely perfect for what's coming.
Is arriving. 120 trucks of steel are finally rolling in today.
Meet the CC-8800. The world's fourth largest crane is officially taking shape now. Reaching for the sky. It took weeks to build this tool, and now it dominates everything around it. Testing the limits. 3.5 million pounds of capacity is the only way to ensure total safety.
This track is taller than me. It's a Titan built to move mountains of steel.
13,000 tons of steel, every piece numbered. It's the ultimate game of high-stakes logistics for this giant. Moment of truth. The first piece of the puzzle is finally rising into place today. Aligning the 30-ton star-shaped node is critical. The team uses spud wrenches to lever the bolt holes into position. Precision is everything here. 1 inch off, and absolutely nothing else will fit correctly. The circle begins. Steel doesn't like to bend, but we are making it happen today. Night and day. The sparks never stop flying. We are working around the clock to build the future.
Finally above ground and seeing the whole world. This is
the backbone of the interior. The heavy lifting is just getting started today.
March 2020. The world went quiet, but we didn't stop building for a single second.
New rules, same goal, keep building. Even with the world on pause, the steel still needs to rise. Back to work again. The timeline is tight, but we are finally moving at full speed now. Gaining height. The shape is finally coming together as we reach toward the sky.
Of steel. You can truly feel the massive scale of the bowl.
Up 5 more feet.
The hardest part is coming. The crown that holds the whole roof together.
Watch the alignment on the east.
The wind is the enemy. One single gust can ruin everything we've built. Preparation is 90% of the work. The actual lift is only a small part.
Here we go. This is the heaviest and most critical lift in Nevada.
Don't blink. That's 170 tons of steel floating in the Vegas wind right now.
The heart of the roof is finally in place where it belongs.
The first bridge is crossing the gap. We're finally connecting the outer wall to the center crown today. The best view in the whole city, as long as you aren't afraid of these extreme heights. Balance is everything on this scale. You can't load one side too fast, or it all shifts.
1 degrees. The steel is expanding today. It's physically growing right before our eyes. Can't force the physics. We have to wait for the desert to cool down tonight.
The vampire shift is here. Engineering happens when the world sleeps.
We've finally closed the circle on this giant.
Taking away the training wheels now, the desert giant finally stands alone on its own strength.
Making the structure weather-tight before the next phase begins. It feels like walking on a metal planet. The horizon just disappears under my feet.
This isn't just a lid, it's a fortress. We're laying the heavy reinforcement mat right now. Time to pour. 10,000 tons of liquid stone are arriving at the site today.
Roger that, watch the vibration.
We are defying gravity. We're pumping concrete 360 feet straight up today. No turning back now. Once we start, we can't stop this flow. How do you pave a sphere? You use a specialized dry mix. Non-stop,
line 3.
24 hours.
All right, I'll radio the team to
The
slow
concrete
flow.
must be one continuous piece.
10 inches of concrete. Silent, strong, and incredibly heavy.
The shell is complete. The $2 billion desert egg is finally hatched. Sealing the environment. We finally control the air inside now.
1 billion. This is the most expensive venue ever built.
It's dark. It's incredibly vast. It feels like standing inside a massive, hollowed-out stone cathedral.
The next layer has begun. We have to build an entire building inside of this building. This is the inner surface. We're building the massive silver home for the 16K display. Precision again. This inner frame must be perfectly smooth, or the entire image will break. Killing the echo. A sphere is a total acoustic nightmare, so we're padding every single inch.
Seats, and every single one has a perfect view of the screen. Wiring for the sense of.
Wiring for the sense of touch. These floors will vibrate with every single show, cooling 20,000 people in the
5 feet
desert sun.
confirmed. Watch your
It takes a
spacing.
massive amount of air. Hidden sound. You'll never see a speaker, but there are over 160,000 ways to hear it. This is the beam-forming technology. Audio lasers arriving all the way from Germany.
No matter where you're sitting in this bowl, this
Petabytes of data every single second to keep the sphere alive.
28 megawatts. That's enough juice to power a small city, all focused into one single point.
Pixel in a sea of millions. And just like that, it works.
Total darkness is required for this magic. Maintenance in the clouds. This is a high-wire job for the world's bravest technicians.
go outside and give this giant its eye.
The shell is strong, but it is blind. Time to give it a skin. This is the exosphere.
As you can see behind me, the structural integrity of this massive dome relies on
6 inches of breathing room. Air must flow behind the LEDs, or the whole system overheats.
Looks like a giant steel spider web blocked out.
Zero reflection behind the pixels for total visual immersion.
Only arrived on site. 1.2 million of them just waiting to be lit. 48 LEDs per puck. Built to be virtually indestructible.
Vegas doesn't play nice. These pucks have to survive 120 degrees and blinding dust storms every single year. Davy chained. It's a fail-safe system. If one of these goes dark, the other million must stay lit.
They aren't just electricians. They're world-class mountaineers building a digital star.
Lock, repeat, local brains.
Light 做开表。
Lightspeed data.
When this thing for Vegas power grid is going to feel it.
From 10 feet away, it's just a grid. From 100 feet, it becomes a photograph. One loose wire can create a shadow on a screen this big. Discipline is everything out here.
Is for the city of Las Vegas. But inside, this is for the soul.
No gaps allowed here. This is a seamless 160,000 square foot canvas. These panels are fragile, incredibly expensive, and they are the future of film. If you can see the line, the entire illusion is ruined. It has to be perfect.
7,000 speakers passed right through the pixels.
Perfection is the only option here. Every single pixel must answer the call.
It's 360 degrees of pure possibility. Now, what on earth do we show on a screen this big?
The problem? Hollywood wasn't ready for a screen this big.
We had to build a whole new kind of camera.
Eat Big Sky. A single sensor camera system that sees more detail than the human eye can even process. It's the size of a tablet. This single sensor captures 40 times more detail than the highest-end 4K cameras on the market. One lens to rule them all. If there's a single scratch on this glass, 20,000 people will see it on the screen. Testing the rig. Dust, heat, and 8,000 pixels of pure pressure. We have to know it can survive the real world.
A single minute of footage from Big Sky is enough to fill a personal computer. We're talking about petabytes of raw data.
Taking flight. This is how we capture the true scale of Earth to bring it back to the desert. We aren't just filming a movie. We are capturing a memory for 20,000 people to live inside. The software had to be written from scratch. No shortcut exists for stitching 18,000 pixels into a perfect sphere.
So clear that image is. It is almost too clear to be real. Welcome back to Manufacturing Atlas.
The building has disappeared.
Literally shaking, and there isn't even an engine in here. It's all pure sound. We're turning this stone shell into a 4-dimensional masterpiece.
Now for the biggest test of all, turning on the exosphere for the entire city to see.
Checking for glitches.
We have 1.2 million individual points of failure to monitor tonight.
The entire world sees what $2.3 billion actually looks like.
The moment of truth. 5 years of work, billions of dollars, all coming down to one single switch.
Independence Day. The entire city is holding its breath, waiting for this dark giant to finally wake up.
It's speaking. The first words of a digital giant.
Wow. And then, it looked at us. The internet exploded in less than an hour. The most beautiful traffic hazard in history.
The detail is insane. You can see every crater and ridge from miles away. It's official.
We didn't just build a screen. We brought the world to the desert.
Now for the real challenge. The first live performance.
Coming up slowly.
We built the eye. Now we have to give it a voice.
Even the world's biggest artists are intimidated by this room. You don't just play the sphere, you try to survive it.
September 29th, the doors finally open. This is what 5 years of secrets sounds like when they're finally let out.
You can see the moment their brains stop processing building and start processing universe.
You don't just hear the drums in here. You are.
Thanks for the view. You finally built something as big as your dreams. Hit subscribe.
Even bigger.